Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is Pamela Marie Edmunds, and this is the Pet Detectives radio show. Yes, and I am your host. I am an evidential medium, a Trance Channel animal communicator, pet detective, teacher. I think I've covered pretty much, yeah, right. And this show is all about pet detective work, but also issues about animals. And there's a lot of issues out there, okay? And the main focus of this show is to share about pet detective work. What is pet detective work? And what is Pet Detectives International, which is where this will be archived, Pet Detectives International on YouTube channel. And that is a baby, the brainchild of June Elaine Evans, who is here tonight. She's a wonderful, we're assistants, we're teammates in Pet Detectives International. That's another piece, Pet Detective International teammate. And in this work, we do work with animals here in the physical, but also animals in the spirit side of life. And of course, loved ones. There's a big, long list. Tonight's show is Meet Detective Sylvester. Yes, Sylvester is a cat. Sylvester is in the physical form. He's right here. And let me just talk a little bit about him, and then I'm going to get into you learning a little bit more about him. As I'm a medium, June Elaine's also medium, we're animal communicators, and we work with spirit, we work with the animals in the spirit side of life, and of course here. So there's multiple facets in the way of communication that are going on. Sylvester, I believe he's speaking telepathically, but of course, I want to give June Elaine Evans an opportunity to share a bit about the way he communicates with her, which is precious. That's the best way I can say it. And she can explain a little bit more, but you know, we both work with those spirits, those loved ones. Last week was Meet Detective Earth Angel. Earth Angel was here for 14 years, my beloved pet, and crossed over. And because of the abilities of my communication skills, he was very easily fit into one of those or a couple of those communication modes. He's in spirit. Sylvester is in the physical form. Okay, let me see what I can do here. Okay, mom's getting a bath again, hand bath. Oh, perfect picture. Oh, perfect pose.
Hello. Hello.
Oops, hang on. Computer almost went too. Hang on. And he's a big kitty, guys, as you can all tell. Well, that's not working. Let me figure out what does work. You say hi? The tongue went.
Sylvester. Hello, pretty. Sylvester.
Holding him, he says, Mom, I thought this was going to be easier.
He said, where's the phone, Mom? Where's the phone?
We're going to get the phone too. I thought this was going to be easier. He says, I'm the focus. I'm the special one here tonight. Okay? And he says, because you're holding me, Mom, you're capable of getting messages from me. I love you, but I don't like being held down, Mom. Okay. I'm going to see what I can do as we're talking here to rearrange this, all right? So that's Sylvester. And just holding him, I'm capable of connecting more to his energy. And I would encourage that for other people too, because that's the way, part of it, how it works. Okay, and let's see. All right, I'm trying to rearrange. Okay, move the laptop back a little. So June Elaine was talking a few minutes ago. June, are you there, sweetie?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay. Now, June, as I have said, and this is important to add for somebody who may be just coming into the show tonight, June, you created Pet Detectives International, which is really what the focus is about all this work. Okay? And hang on. I got Kit here. There. There. And the tail's wagging between my legs. Okay. June, would you come forward, sweetheart? Again?
Yes, as long as my mic isn't annoying.
You're good. You're real good. Now, Sylvester, Auntie, talk to him for a few minutes. He heard that. Look at, see the eyes go wide? Okay.
Sylvester,
Do you have a message for Auntie? Hang on. Let me put this in the right. This is my cell phone, guys. All right. Can you see all the nicks around the edges of the screen? He's got sharp teeth. Do you have a message for Auntie?
Good boy.
And got a message for Auntie? Come here. Come here. Talk to him a little more, June.
He wants me to, oh, thank you. He wants me to share with what he did to me one night while I was sleeping.
Please share some of these stories. Now, Sylvester and I are in Sedona, Arizona. June
Yes.
Elaine, you're where? You're in
Sure.
New Hampshire. See?
Yeah, I was minding my own business and I started, I was sleeping and then all of a sudden I came awake. And when I did, I saw, now I've never seen the inside of Pamela's home. I don't know where Sylvester sleeps. I don't know anything about that. All I know is this was Sylvester. He was laying in something like a basket. That's what I call it, but it was up off the ground, up off the, and he was showing me a picture window, had lots of little panes in it, lots of panes in this window. And that's what I got, the end. So the next day I asked Pamela, I said, can you tell me where the heck Sylvester was sleeping last night? She said, well, he was out on the, where, Pamela?
He's out in what I call the Arizona room. He has what I call as a perch. It's 3 levels. The lower part is good for scratching and pulling off those tips of those nails. The top one is kind of like what he was in here when he went flying. Whoops. Okay. Kind of like a kitty bed, the kitty bed like that, but it's flat and you can't go any higher. And he's looking out a beautiful picture window, which is view of the beautiful red rocks as I'm in Sedona, Arizona. And it's a good haven for birds. There's a lot of birds that fly back and forth. So that's what you would get. I call it his perch. Excuse me for the background sound. Okay, June.
Yes.
He's not liking me. He likes to come to me when he wants to, but it's like he feels like he's being forced. So we're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
Can you,
Okay.
how long ago was this experience, Judy was
Talking
asking?
2 years ago. We're talking years. I don't know how long you never showed me the inside of your home. That's what got me. That's what got me. I was shocked to think that you showed me where he sleeps in front of that bay or bow window with all those window panes, exactly the way I described it.
Yes, ma'am.
It was what I call remote view. He gave me a remote view of himself. Imagine. Just,
Okay,
I couldn't believe it. And that's
right.
the start of his and my love affair.
I like that very much. He's right here. He's standing in front of the door is closed. So I'm gonna bring him back and see if we can get him to do some biting on this phone, because that is often that's kind of his way of saying, I got something to say. I've got something to say. What? Come here. This is Mom. I don't like what you're doing with me today.
Donald, did you have a cat in the past? Because I only know you for your Shelties.
At one time I did, yeah.
Can I have the cat's name,
Had
please?
a cat.
Oh,
His name was Cat?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how sweet of you.
okay, June.
Yes. Thank
He
you,
was
Cat.
he was a big orange and white one.
I love it. I
He was
love
kind of a
it.
character, really.
Well,
He'd
he's
actually
telling
been my
me,
dad's cat, and after Dad passed on, I took care of him.
yep, you did. He also realized that you were a dog person more than cat, but you were good to him. And yeah, he's bringing that up. Okay, Pamela, you got that boy back?
Can you hear him biting?
Huh?
Can you guys hear him biting? Look.
Oh,
June, what's he saying? I know it's hard to tell because the phone is black, his face is black. Let's see. Yes.
Okay, apparently he wants to make sure we have it clear coming up on Halloween, that
Yes.
that we helped. He said you don't understand what it's like, what they hear and what they see about black cats being hurt at this time of year. And he was telling me, "Hi, handsome. I see you there, you handsome baby. I'm telling the story, and you know it. That's why you're sitting there looking at it like that." Yeah, they're being murdered. They're being horribly awful things happening. Please help the black cats at this time of year. And shame on us because cats were revered, and the Egyptians revered them or something like that. He's a little bit. I think he would like to just walk around and just pussyfoot. That's what he wants to do. But Sylvester, I love you and thank you for sharing that with me.
He's got more to say. Do you see that, guys? Look at this. Look at this.
He said, hang on, Lucy. Hang on, Lucy. He's talking to the dog that's okay. Hang on, Lucy, we're coming to get you. Even though he's okay, all right. So also, even though Lucy's a dog and he's a cat, hi, handsome, I see you again. Look at you. Um, he is saying that Earth Angel, Pamela's dog, and Sylvester share the same body at some point in time. Not everybody here tonight is going to believe that or want to hear it, but it is a fact. The fact is, it's called walk-in soul experiences. Sometimes Earth Angel needs to come get a little hug from his mom, and he will. The Earth Angel, Sylvester.
And okay, I believe it's on my YouTube channel. Actually, it'd be good if I transfer it over to the Pet Detectives International YouTube channel. But there is, can you guys see the tail going? Just below, there. It is a recording of the only time I have ever experienced a cat fetching a ball. And June Elaine informed me. She said, that's not Sylvester doing that. That's Earth Angel doing it. That makes absolute sense to me because I never taught Sylvester to do that. Taught Earth Angel to do it and the years he was here. It's a small ball, no bigger than that, and with a little bell inside of it, colored ball. And I was sitting at in my art studio, I'll call it my art table. And he comes strutting across the room with the ball in his mouth and dropped it on the floor in front of me, just like a dog would do. And June Elaine gave me the nudge. She said, you know, that's gotta be Earth Angel. That's what they do. That's what they do. Whether you want to call it a walk along, I want to say it's almost like it's an overshadowing, whatever. But it was, Sylvester will play with the ball, but he doesn't retrieve it like a dog will. Okay, that's totally different. So anyway, June Elaine, any other conversation about that piece?
Just that he wants people to understand that is capable humans, and people should read up on the topic if they want to learn more. Hi, handsome. I see you looking
Look
right
at how attentive he is right there.
just looking
Perfect.
right at me.
You got anything else for Auntie to tell? What was another experience?
He
Now,
wants to, okay, so he
who
said,
came
like,
to you earlier today? Was it Sylvester or Earth Angel, June?
Sylvester, both of them. What Sylvester wants everybody to know that's on the show here tonight is that you're going to be first in line to hear how Mom and he and Auntie and my boy Lucky are going to help solve horrible, horrific murders of 13 cats, in the state of Washington. And we are going to find out who murdered them. And Pamela and I aren't going to be happy about all this, but we're going to do it. That's all there is to it. So we're working on that case pretty soon. And Sylvester, okay, Sylvester. So apparently Sylvester is hosting a beautiful white cat named Mystic. Mystic has one green eye and one blue eye and comes in. And I also have another cat around me. These cats have been murdered and they want the right to solve their own murders, he said.
They want their voice. And that's perfect because June, you did some posting this afternoon or earlier today. I know you're 3 hours difference. And when I say sapped, it's because it's almost 5:30 here. I know it's close. It's most like it's nighttime there. But you posted about animals having their voice, and that's what it's all about. That is totally what it's all about. So, and so like we're giving voice to Earth Angel, who also communicates through June Elaine. Sylvester right now does more communication with June than he's doing with me. I could go onto a trance state to see if I could get some communication from him if we're feeling to do that too. And welcome to Jane Ann, okay, letter J. And this is, oops. Okay. And he's got sharp claws. I didn't get clawed then, but yeah. So is anybody else who's on the channel here? Should we say the Zoom call? Anyone else? Let's see, Cindy. I've seen, hang on, Cindy's got message. Okay, great, okay. Messages, all right. Judith, to everyone, my community cats, I know she's got some cats she feeds, are black. One has some white, but looks totally black from the top. They won't come into the house. Oh. Well, that's the way they're protecting themselves. I feel like they've been hurt at some point, Judy. Okay? That's how they're protecting themselves. Any thoughts on that, June?
No, I don't right now.
Okay.
Um,
And then TJ, to everyone, Sylvester allows other animals to use him for sure. I can sense his urgency to help them. Good, TJ. And TJ,
I'd like to address Cindy.
please.
Cindy.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Cindy.
Good to
Hi.
see.
As far as with the collies, you said, with the collies showing behaviors of your other collies, who they
Yes.
didn't know, how in the heck else could anybody know that this is really happening? So I used to think, actually saw a cat, one of my son's cats. He used to wash his food. They give him dry food, and then he'd take his paw and pull it out of the bowl and throw it in his water bowl. Then he'd pick it out of the water bowl and put it on the floor and eat it. Okay, everybody, okay, if that's the way you're telling us, you don't want dry food, or you want dry food but you want to wash it. Well, when he passed, everybody was grieving so hard. Well, down the road, about a year later, they got another kitty. This kitty came in. I swear to you all, the next thing that happens, this kitty took the food out of the bowl, put it in the water, and pulled it out and ate it. And we all knew back then that the first kitty came back to visit, showing, like you said, with the collies. Yes. I mean, there's so much. I mean, I've talked to my husband in spirit. I've talked to Jesus. I've asked Jesus to come in and help me with this because I couldn't seem to get it in my head that this is happening. I just couldn't believe it. But as I did more research, I took about a little over 3 years to research this wonderful, they call walk in, walk along, all of that type of thing. The animals don't leave us. I can't stand it when I hear people say, I've lost him or her and they've gone over Rainbow Bridge. No, they didn't go over Rainbow Bridge. They're here with you. Just like that beautiful dog behind Judith. Do you really think that dog is gone? That dog is there with her, and I can prove it right now by giving a message to Judith of what is around her or with her. She knows that, but I don't need to prove anything. I don't, but I've done it before, and so hasn't Pamela. They don't leave us. They love us unconditionally, everybody. It's called unconditional love. And one of the most exciting dog breeds that I've met recently is the Sheltie. I grew up with collies, but the Shelties, what a riot they are, right, Donald? The Shelties. They can be.
Oh yeah, there's something else.
They can be bossy. They can be loving. They can be everything, but they're smart as a whip.
Oh yeah, that they are, no doubt about it.
And I like the statement, merging consciousness. That's a good statement in regards to the animals connecting. Well, first off, Sylvester feels the spirit realm. June, you and I were doing some channeling. I was doing some channeling, what, a week and a half ago? Do you remember the experience?
I certainly do. I won't forget it.
Okay, you and I were on, I believe, were we on Messenger? I can't remember, but you were able to hear exactly what was going on. Sylvester was in his in his little kitty bed up next to where I normally put my computer, a little more stable of a table than this one. And the minute I started channeling, he there were some sounds that came out of him. I can't remember exactly, but they're on the recordings. And it happened more than once, didn't it?
I have never heard anything like it. And yes, it is caught on the recording.
And of course, because of the work that I do, of course, he's going to be highly sensitive. That's what happens, especially now. And the veil is thin or gone between the worlds. And he is extra sensitive, therefore, to those energies. But what I want to say is, they're always coming in. Our spirit loved ones, whether it be a mom, a dad, the kitty cats, the dogs, all of them. Okay. And now we're just taking this to another level with the communication, I'm going to say skills, communication gifts, that we're capable of doing this detective work and doing it with a physical animal, but also with the spirit animals. Huge, huge. June, comments, please, because you're my helper here today. And June Elaine is also referred to as the, okay, we had enough. We're going spurts here. That's what we're doing. Okay. June Elaine is also referred to as the New Hampshire medium, okay, up in Newmarket, New Hampshire. Okay. Any comments or questions from everybody who's here? I know you're all here for a reason. I know you all are searching. You're all looking for more information, and that's what's happening. More information is coming forward. And it's amazing how we as a human race are finding out more things that we are capable of doing, or the animals are capable of doing. It's phenomenal. It is phenomenal. If you have a comment, question, please unmute your mic and say, hi, Pamela. Yes, I do. Can we talk for a minute or something?
Can you say chat, Pamela? Can you say?
I hear you. What would you want to say?
No, can you say the chat? There are a lot of questions over in the chat.
Okay, I've looked. Okay. Merging consciousness. Okay, TJ to everyone. Pamela, I'd like to ask a question to anyone here if I could. Please do, TJ. Unmute yourself. Do you know how to do that? I think you do.
Yep, I'm here.
Good. And is that picture, was that correct that is Lucy?
It is.
Okay, and Lucy is the case that June, it's Earth Angel's been helping with. Actually Sylvester a little bit, and I was sharing just before we started about my experience in seeing an animal control vehicle, and I just like, you're kidding me.
Yeah, I just jumped in right at that point and I wrote it down on my pen and paper because June's taught me very well that, and even in my sleep state, I have pen and paper with me all the time now. So that kind of leads me to my question, and I'm not sure if June got anything because I've been very busy this week, like she said when I first jumped on. But so I just want to know if anyone here, or if you or June possibly, does the name Avery mean anything to anyone here tonight?
Not to me.
Whether it's a pet or something possibly connected to Lucy or something, because that name came to me early this morning, along with a couple of other things that I told June about. And I was just wondering if maybe, because this was kind of a last minute thing for me to be able to jump on here tonight.
Well,
So I didn't know.
Glad you're here. We're glad you're here, TJ. And TJ is working with the case, and I do want to say, and I am going to say, she is an animal, geez, I had the term a few minutes ago. And
Animal control
Yep,
officer.
Yep. And
That's
TJ,
why, that was why the connection with you seeing that out in the middle of Arizona is very rare.
yeah, and I do want to say it was a small pickup truck that they had specially made back insert, you know, and
Right.
it had like louvers on the back doors for vents and stuff. And it did, if you looked at the vehicle when it first pulled up, you saw police on
Right.
the driver's door. Then you saw Sedona just past that, and you didn't see the animal. Why am I? I don't know
Control.
what
Oh,
animal control unit, animal control. However, until you saw the very back of the vehicle, and it was
Right.
written there in the back. That's the way it is here.
So I find this interesting because of the fact that not everyone knows, but quick rundown for everyone. In this search for Lucy, who has been missing now for over a couple months now. June, Pamela, and I have all been connecting with Earth Angel, and I think Arthur actually was involved in one of your channels, correct?
Okay, Arthur, for people who are new to listening to us here, is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and he's been working with me for about 10 years now, and it is a big part of the work that June Elaine and I are doing with the pets. He's like a dad. He's just really important, and yes, he probably has. You may have got some messages through him too. So go ahead.
So we have gotten some things that indicated that you, I, and June all in the same day would get some signs.
Uh-huh.
And it was going to be shortly before or the day of, give or take a little bit,
Right,
when I found her remains.
right.
I know I had got some significant things today, and then you seeing, which I have not talked to you or anything since last Wednesday after we ended the radio show last. So, and I haven't really, I know that June had texted me earlier and indicated that we needed to talk tomorrow. So I'm feeling as if we're getting very close, and I don't want to go into detail of what I got
Right.
today, but that name Avery was part of it. That's why I was wondering, maybe it was just something that I was picking up on
Well-
because of this show tonight. And it maybe reflected nothing to do with Lucy and maybe someone else. So that's why I
Well-
wanted to bring it up.
Thank you. And what I wanted to say for you, since I know this is new for you, TJ, in working with communication such as this, guidance, whenever I receive something, and I encourage other people who are new to this, I receive something and I don't know where it belongs, I ask. It's like ask if it does, if it feels right or not too is another thing. Go within your gut, go into your intuition. Does it feel like it fits? Or another thing is ask your guides, those who are working with you. Hi, Lori. Those who are working with you, what is the pertinence of giving you that name?
Yeah, because it
Um,
has no connection to me personally or anyone that I know.
Right, right.
But with the other couple of things that I got, that's why I automatically wanted to connect it to Lucy, but I'm not sure if maybe it was something totally irrelevant. So that's why I wanted to put it out there.
Right. Okay. Awesome. All right. Okay, thank you, TJ. All right, this is Jane Ann Dietrich. My female cat has been going to my side of the bed and screaming at the wall multiple times a day recently. She used to only do it only sometimes during the night. Any idea what's up with her? Okay, you just joined us recently, Jane Ann. And what I want to say is we've been talking about how the veil's thin or almost not there, but how highly sensitive the animals are, and that they can be sensing other beings in your home. What I want to say is I feel like this female cat is talking to somebody else. Okay, June Elaine, another wonderful gifted medium / animal communicator. Any thoughts on that?
Yes, I got one word, portal.
Say that word again.
It's possible that that area of her wall is a portal.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And a portal basically is an energy, is an opening to the other side, or yeah, right. That would make total sense.
This is Jane. I've
Yes.
had my house cleared a couple times, but it's just really bizarre because it's like right by my headboard. She just walks up to the wall and just screams like it's a blood curdling kind of thing. Like
Okay, here,
she was
may
doing
I-
it in the middle of the night and it scared the crap out of me. But recently she comes up here in the middle of the day and does it. And I didn't know like what changed, but like you said, the veil's thinner, so maybe.
okay, there's
June?
one way to settle this. There's one way to settle this. Make a date with Pamela and myself, and I will, let's get on the phone or whatever we want to do, and let's ask your cat. If you want to know the answer, ask the cat. The cat will tell you. They'll
Yep.
tell us.
Yep.
We'll
Yep.
give
We both.
have pen and paper ready for it. I'd be happy to give you a little whatever I get. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I'd appreciate that.
And
It's like
you and Jane, you can cleanse your home. Great. That's good to get out negativity. Yet if she's still acting this way, when June mentioned portal does not have to be a negative.
yeah,
Okay.
I know that the lady that, well, I guess it was the grandmother of the guy we bought the house off of. We have a really old farmhouse, and I guess she died like pretty much right where I sleep. So I didn't know if that had anything to do with it too.
Well,
Like
and
maybe she was here.
yeah, and that just gives you a heads up that you need to do some extra cleansing in around that space for you. Because sounds to me like you're highly sensitive too, or you wouldn't be listening to
Yeah,
this
I
show.
am. Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Also, a vortex. I had a vortex in my bedroom. My house was built. My husband's my home was built over vortex, and part of our bedroom was. I wasn't afraid of it, but I mean, I realized how to close it and all that. I don't think there's anything negative energy. I think you're desperately being tried to get messages through to you. And so let's find out from the source. That is the cat. That's your baby who's, you said that is screaming at the wall. Let's find out from the cat. That's the way we're going to get the answer.
Well,
Yeah, we have her brother from the same litter, and he's kind of sick. He has like seizures and stuff. So anytime like there's a meow or something, we think it's him, and we come running up the steps, and then it's her sitting there staring at the wall, just screaming. So it's kind of.
Well, I think this is a very interesting. I'd love to help you on. Pamela and I are both very busy people, but I got to tell you, if you can carve out 20 minutes of your time. My time is best usually between the hours of 5 and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I'd like to have Pamela on the phone with us as well. But have pen and paper, and I'll give you what I get. And I need to have, please, I need to have a picture of this cat you're saying is screaming at the wall.
Okay.
I need that picture because I can pull energy. And also, if the cat can hear my voice, it would help too, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Pamela?
I can bring her upstairs.
I would like to just put here that our website, petdetectivesinternational.net, lists all the different services we offer and what we're available to do. Another thing is, June, do you see this?
I do see this. I had one
This
more
is-
thing to say.
This is Sylvester, for those of you that didn't get to meet him.
What's on?
Yep, go ahead.
I wanted to say one more thing to Jane. Jane, I'm not the type of medium. I'm what you call an evidential medium, which means you don't get a lot of fluff and stuff. What you get is evidence. What I'll give you is your cat, first of all, will introduce it. What is the name of your cat?
Lila.
Okay. First thing I'll get is a 2 or 3 pieces of evidence that I am talking to your cat. Like your cat will tell me what you had for breakfast, or who you talked to today. What were you talking about? Your cat will tell me what's on the wall in the room you're in. Your cat will tell me your favorite color. Your cat will tell me what you're wearing. That'll introduce you to my communication with Mila, and that's called evidential mediumship.
Yeah, I think that I'm a medium, and every time I try to take classes, I get blocked. So
Well, hon, you know what? It's your time to shine. You need to rise and shine. I do something called Spirit Academy. I teach people how to communicate with their loved ones and pets. You hang in there with Pamela's radio shows. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn a whole lot of fun things here. This is an exciting show. I'm telling you.
And Jane, if I think this is your first time on, this is actually the 3rd show we put on called Pet Detectives. And the previous shows and all the rest as they've done will be archived on YouTube channel, Pet Detectives International. So anyway,
thank you.
all right, you're welcome. And June, he's got a message. He's still chewing away. And excuse me for not showing my head, everybody, but the focus here is on seeing, this is Sylvester. This is our Meet Detective Sylvester, what the show's about tonight. And he's hammering away. This is the way he likes to let Auntie June, is what he refers to her as, that when, because she'll be talking, and I will be talking on the phone, and all of a sudden I get the sense that he wants to talk. I put the phone in front of him and he starts chewing. And it's his way of saying, Auntie, I got something to say. So go ahead, Auntie. What do we got going on here? Any ideas?
Sylvester, talk to Auntie, honey. No, you don't need to bite anymore. Talk to me. Talk to me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at Auntie. That's a good boy. Let's see. Okay, what's going on? Oh, all right. So, what Sylvester, what he'd like to do is have other people bring their cats on, not just him. He doesn't want to be just the only cat here. He wants other people who have cats in the nights that Sylvester's on. He would like other people that bring their cats by and say hello too. Because they have stuff to say, right, Sylvester? That's
Yep,
exactly what I'm saying.
Yet there's still a side to him that likes being the big cheese. We got to remember that. Because
Okay.
that's what I'm sensing here too.
Okay. And the other thing he just said is, all right. He's saying that if your cat is passed, then bring a picture and show it. It's a show and tell night. It's Sylvester night, but please, so Pamela and I can give you a few messages from your baby who's passed, like my boy Lucky. Look at this!
Oh, beautiful, TJ. And who is that?
Thank you.
Can
TJ, unmute.
unmute, hon. We can't hear you. TJ, unmute yourself, sweetheart. Huh. She's having trouble getting the cat to stay with her too.
Oh, beautiful.
This is Casey.
Casey?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, what a beautiful cat. Look at the markings. Look at the markings. So there you go. Notice how Sylvester is right now?
Yep.
Sylvester is at peace. This is what he wanted. You to show this cat you all need, if you don't have your cat now here on Earth plane, look at how loving this, look how loving this cat is. Look at
Beautiful.
Sylvester. Okay, so yes, Judith.
I know.
Oh,
This was
Oh,
booze. This was booze.
oh.
Yeah,
I know.
it's one of his choice. I had.
And
that's
you
all
see
I
how,
had.
awesome. And you see how calm Sylvester is? Another thing he'll do when he's finished. Okay, go ahead, Judy, I'm sorry.
No, it's Sylvester. That's what I was thinking. Sylvester's one of the most beautiful cats I have ever seen in my life.
Although
I love
Casey is
TJ's
gorgeous too.
cat. That's a huge cat, TJ.
So look, they take, Mama's getting kisses.
You see how
Um,
it is?
Cat looks like a wild cat.
okay, who's
TJ,
the
TJ, you
ruler?
can receive communication from Casey, you know.
Yeah, we have a pretty good bond. He actually, I found him, he kept coming to my house. He would only show up every couple of weeks. And he didn't trust anybody, and I trapped him. And I really, honestly, at first thought I trapped a bobcat because he was so crazy. And this is what I got in return.
He's a big kitty too, isn't he?
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy.
Yep,
TJ,
yep. I think
is he a drooler?
Yeah, he's drooling on my hand right now, and I'm like, really?
Because Sylvester's telling me he's such a drooler.
But his brother KJ wanted to come out, and Casey was screaming, so I picked Casey up instead.
okay, so you have two kitties.
Oh, I have
Awesome.
tons of kitties. But he was the one screaming at me. That's why I picked him up, because he was like telling me like, no, Mom, I need to go.
Oh, look at the look on Sylvester. Oh gosh, he's listening away.
Open your eyes.
Well,
Yes.
I have to say, Pamela, this is a very precious show here tonight. This is important. Very important that this is happening. Look at Sylvester. Do you not notice the difference in him? You see how he's calming down, right, baby? You're calming down. You've got your point across. And that's why, is it Jane? We're going to help Jane. I'll volunteer some time if you don't have it.
Yeah,
Pamela.
I think Jane left. I don't see her
Well,
on here any longer.
So let's see if we can't find out why her cat's screaming at the wall.
Yeah.
It's definitely spirit cats, spirit dogs. Yeah, yeah.
May I say,
Go
she
ahead.
said that she had her house or apartment cleansed. Well, a portal is not anything that needs to be cleansed.
No,
And portals are natural and they're everywhere. So the portal is going to stay. Even if the building is gone, the portal's still going to be there. So I think June hit it nail on the head. The cat's trying to communicate that,
yeah, yeah.
whatever he or she is seeing.
Right. And I want to thank you, Judy. Thank you. I want to add to June's conversation about Sylvester being very centered and calm here now, because he was asking and was making requests, and sure enough, is that the same kitty, TJ?
That's my baby. That's
This is KJ.
KJ, that's cute. And look at Sylvester, he's listening. It's like he's intrigued when you started talking like that.
Look,
And the-
Sylvester, it's another black and white cat. Look at that.
Yeah. And the other way that Sylvester will react is if he is finished conversing, he'll get up and walk away.
Ah.
June Elaine, how many times has that happened?
He looks calm. Yeah.
As soon as Sylvester dumps on me everything he needs, he leaves me just like a man. I'm kidding, Donald. I'm kidding.
Right. So there'll be more to hear from Sylvester. there'll be more to hear from Sylvester for sure. Anyway, so Cindy, how are things down there with you? Where are you calling us from? Where are you calling in from?
I am calling from Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yes,
All
yep.
right.
Yeah, I'm going to Pennsylvania.
Where are you?
Awesome.
Where? When?
Well, anywhere you are, that's where.
Ah, cute, 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 cute. So, okay. Any other comments or questions? Lori has been quiet now. That's not something normal for Lori. Lori, please, I'm smiling. Love you, sweetheart.
Love you guys too. I was trying to get a picture of my cat up, but it wasn't, I couldn't do it as a virtual background.
It's
Okay,
cute.
because you have a cat in spirit. You do not have one physical, right?
Well, yes, I do have one. She's all black, like your Sylvester. And I was trying to get her to come out and get in my face like she normally is. And she's confusing.
Yep, yep, yep.
That's
yep.
because she wants you to talk about your other cat that's in spirit that,
Well, I think they were nose to nose last night because you can see the mattress behind me. She sleeps up there when I'm on the computer. And last night she broke out of a deep sleep and just stared at that corner. And then she sat up, and this went on for a good 20 minutes. And I thought, who's there? Because it always seems to come from the ceiling behind me. Even when I was downstairs, it
Lori,
was always behind me.
Daisy is there.
It's Daisy.
Lori, your mom also comes in and out of the house at times. You know that?
Oh, all the time. Every now and then I'll get a whiff of her powder and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Are you just checking in?
Yep, 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 yep. Yep, she comes in because she's checking in on you. She's also checking in on your father. Can I say oh, beautiful kitty.
That's Daisy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. But
Welcome.
mom comes in from the spirit side because she can, first off. And she before she got sick, she was pretty powerful, wasn't she?
Oh, yes.
A
Yes.
very strong woman. She still is, and she likes to be in charge. Okay, so
I'm
that
not surprised.
means she if she wants to come in the house, she's gonna do it.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, I want to say something I've noticed, but I feel she's agreeing to. She likes what you're doing to your hair. I do too.
Oh, good.
Okay.
But you know why? Because it took my father 3 weeks to notice.
Oh,
And I'm like,
Well-
I've never in my life put blonde in my hair. And none of my family has said anything. So I'm glad my mom likes it.
well, it isn't just that, but it's the way the curl is coming out in your hair.
Thank you.
There's a difference there. So anyway, but
It's sassy.
right now, June, you see look at how happy Sylvester is. He
That's-
likes to be at the center of attention too.
That's
right, as we
what
were
Sylvester
saying.
has completed his.
Yep, and it's okay with me if you can't see me, but you can hear me. So, and all right. And TJ, I know you're listening. This is for TJ, June, and myself from Sylvester. That Sylvester says that this is going to come together quite quickly with Lucy. And right now we know it, we're on the verge of it, but all of a sudden it's going to be boom, boom, boom. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. And I'm like snapping my fingers. I don't know if you can see your hair. I don't snap very well, but boom, boom, boom. And I'm hearing the word success. Okay. Success.
That would
and
be
almost-
amazing.
Yeah. Pardon?
That would be amazing.
Yes, 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 yes. June, any comments, June, dear? Okay, June stepped back or not available, whatever. So, okay, let me see. Is there anything else on messages here? So tonight was kind of a meet and greet, which we've done before with some of the pets, some of the animals. And oh yeah, he's got a very handsome profile, doesn't he? When he's yeah.
Beautiful.
There we go. What I do want to say to everyone here that we've got more coming up. June Elaine and I also do know we have a trip for another case that we've been working on. That's been a cold case for a couple of years now. A trip to Texas. So right now we're watching new financial resources so that can be actually fully manifested. We need to literally take our connections to all these wonderful beings, Earth Angels, Sylvester, Arthur, all the other guides and teachers that work with us, take them with us so that we can actively get a couple pictures of where we know these two pets are. And it's going to work. That's just what we've been hearing. And it just sent some good thoughts to it for us. Okay. Not just us, but for the pets. Yeah, pets and their pet father who kind of lost interest. I don't want to say lost interest. A lot of times when we're working with the families, it's difficult. It can be difficult because they can get so emotional, and it's totally understood. And I think TJ, being an animal control officer, can totally get that, right, TJ?
Yes, they have a tendency to, I don't want to use the word lose focus, but that's like I guess the easiest way. They want answers immediately. They demand things, which is literally impossible. You have to, in this situation, I mean, look at me 2.5 months later and I'm not giving up, but I had to ask her parents to not get involved because unfortunately that answer isn't going to come because you can't force them to do anything. And if they don't want to be found, they're not going to be found. If they don't want to communicate, they're not going to communicate.
Yes.
So it's literally, you have to just, I always tell people, you've got to take a deep breath and just relax because, I've gotten messages that blow my mind and they're not even anything that I necessarily want to know about, but
Right.
June has given me things and it's always at the right moment. It's always in that moment where I usually talk to June early in the morning and it's like, ironically enough, nothing's really happened. My day is just starting and yet it kind of seems like it's going to be a crummy day. And then I will talk to her and something random will pop through, whether it's from Lucy or one of my own family members or something. And it totally changes my day. So I just tell people, just be patient and wait because it may not come through when you want it to come through, but it's going to come through if you just relax and breathe and trust.
I want to give us, how about divine timing is a term.
Yes.
Perfect.
Divine timing. And it is so huge. And I mean, June Elaine and I have been doing this work with a kind of behind the scenes in a lot of ways. And it's like, finally, it's starting to open up with little Teddy, who we talked about a little bit in one of the previous shows. Teddy, who Earth Angel pegged exactly the day that Teddy was going to be found. And this was up in Danvers, Massachusetts. And Teddy was an indoor cat. And Teddy got out, declawed. Now, that's not a very good scenario for a cat. And was found within like 4 or 5 days of the time he was missing. And now we're just working with spirit to be guided to find the remains of this beautiful, that's Lucy, by the way, for those of you who didn't know that, TJ's picture there, that is Lucy, who's we confirmed is on the spirit side of life. And she's come forward to all three of us, and she's come forward through Earth Angel. She's come forward, I believe, through Sylvester too, possibly. But it's kind of like, well, we want to, complete this closure for her. So anyway,
I'll send you a message. I wanted to tell you something, but I'll send you a message.
okay, awesome. Any other comments here? All right. And for those of us, 'cause tonight was, meet Detective Sylvester, and this is Sylvester, and we're still doing some training with him, I will say. His best communication is through his Aunt June, okay, and he calls her aunt
Yes,
because,
yeah.
yep. June-
Auntie's so proud of you.
Look at the eye squint, isn't that cute? Oh, let's see if he's got a quick closing
my
message
God.
here.
Donald,
Okay, June, a quick closing message.
I know he's been going out there because that's right where she went.
This is the way he likes to communicate to start.
Uh-huh.
Anything, June Elaine? Or are you getting tired, sweetheart? Okay. I feel like Sylvester's has had enough of the limelight. Can we call it that, guys?
Yeah,
All right.
the
And-
white light.
Yeah, he's had enough. Of the limelight.
can Donald hear me?
Yes, I can.
I want to tell you, sweetie, thank you for hanging in here with us girls
Hey,
tonight.
you're very welcome.
I
Thanks for
know
coming
that-
in, Donald. We know, I realize you're an early to bed and early to rise, right?
Well, sometimes the early to bed part doesn't work, but the early to rise is the given.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love Donald's energy, so it's wonderful when he's here with all of us. So.
Yeah. And
Always
Donald,
enjoy it.
awesome. And for those of you that did not know, Donald, share a little bit about what you have to offer in regards of animals, with the animals, what you do.
Well, now it's mainly Facebook page and a radio show called Pause MIA. And any of you that know somebody, or if you personally are missing a fur baby, a dog, feel free to go to Pause MIA on Facebook, post a flyer. There's also a form on there you can fill out for us to add you to the script for the radio show, which airs once every month. So feel free to check us out and post your lost or missing, or anybody you know that's lost or missing. And we'll give them a little extra recognition.
And you're the veterans. You're veterans.
Well, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. That's an important, all of that information. Thanks so much. And
You're welcome.
next, yep, great. And next week we'll be here with another show. Sylvester's already getting antsy. He knows we're winding down. I could feel it. And I'm not sure the show's going to be, but we'll be here. There will be something of interest, be posted. And please feel free to share these when recordings, these postings. There are a lot of people out there that I feel would have interest in it. This is only the third radio show we put together here now. Okay, YouTube channel where the archives is Pet Detectives International. Okay, and that's where we're putting pretty much everything here. Let's see, what else do we want to share? June Elaine Evans and I can be reached through that website. Also, same name, petdetectivesinternational.net. Okay. I also have a website, Pamela Marie Edmunds.com. June Elaine has loveafterlife.net.
Yes.
Thank you. What else is important? Oh, we have a Facebook group, okay, called Pet Detectives International, literally dot, and then the next word is net, okay? And please join us and share some of your stories, but pass on some of the information we're sharing. We're looking forward to having more information about some of these various cases that we're in process of working with. And I'm just going to mention another pet name that we've been told, June and I recently were told we were going to hear something about, and I'm going to mention the name. The name of the pet is Lola. And June, I'm not going to say a lot about it, but more or less, we've been told from Spirit that we're going to hear a little bit more about Lola, and it's going to confirm all the information June Elaine and I and several other people who were working with us in the past also brought forward.
She's still alive. She's still
Yes.
alive.
Lola is still alive. And we do have some insight on ways of getting some information. And basically, we just want to know if somebody has a sighting of this animal. And that in itself will be confirmation, because the location of the sighting will more or less confirm. This was
Pamela,
can I say, June, this was an inside job, right? All right. TJ, were you saying something, dear?
yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm going to be helping, because June's helped me so much with Lucy. I'm going to be stepping up and helping her with Lola as well, since I'm so close by. And actually, I am, ironically, she is like 45 minutes away from me roughly. And we'll just say that pretty much I'm closer to Lola than she is. So I'm going to
Wonderful.
put my efforts forward to try to help her family get her back where she wants to be.
Well,
I want to answer that, please.
please.
You just brought tears to my eyes.
Awesome. See, I was supposed to talk about Lola. Go ahead. June? Nope, I think she's tissue and tears. Okay.
She's gone.
What I want to say, let's see how I can word this. A number of us received that another family member has Lola. And basically, the confirmation that would be needed is to get a photograph of her and in the locale where we last believe we knew she would be. And that in itself would confirm.
Now,
June Elaine?
is this Lola? This is the one from my area.
Not sure. Lola's up New Hampshire or Maine.
That's
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
missing from Lebanon.
Yeah,
Maine.
okay. Because
Yes.
I met her human mom at the post office with flyers so I could meet with June halfway in between, and that was like a year ago.
It was over a year ago.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So basically, my sense here from what we've been hearing is for that it's almost like it's the awareness that she's still living needs to be known to help kind of like a little firecracker, I guess is what I want to say within the family unit there. So anyway, but June, is there anything else you want to say on this? So we're still,
Yes, I do.
please.
Excuse me. It's no secret that there was a divorce in that family. And everybody pretty much knows that. And so you got a dog who's being pulled in one direction or another. But to hear TJ say that she's going to help me with Lola means so much, because TJ and I are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I like
Absolutely.
that. I like that. And I want to say thank you, TJ, for the offer too. So there is I think there's three or four cases. There's the Lucy case right now. There's the case in Texas. There's the Lola case. I can't think of another one at this moment that's still hanging out there. Can you, June? Okay.
What
she's
about the
gone.
one in Texas?
Well, I said Texas.
Oh, okay.
Texas, Lucy and Lola. We got some closure on a couple others. So
And I
anyway.
That's why.
to help out with the Texas case also. I'll talk to you. What area in Texas is it by any chance?
Just outside of Fredericksburg, right, June?
Is it anywhere near, like, I don't know where that is, so I'm trying to.
Okay, we can talk, we can communicate at another time. Okay? All right,
Perfect.
but it's Fredericksburg, I can't remember, but June and I are both been hearing that we need to both physically go out there. And by us going there, we're bringing our whole team with us, and we can stop and tune in, and yeah, the list goes on. So anyway. But,
Yes, and these people that have been joining us, like Lori and Donald and TJ and Judith and all of the people that have come here to the show. I told you last week, you'd be the first people to know. You're going to be the first to hear it. This might seem like not a radio show to some people, but I'll tell you before we're done with it.
awesome,
Watch out.
awesome.
I think
Right.
the word is explosion.
Well, that's the word we've been hearing, but we also know it's not going to be a hurtful thing. It's just going to be a lot of things going on all at once. So anyway, and part of that too here is us getting the show up. I was hoping to do a show on a larger venue, but it's like some venue is better than none. Okay. And so this particular venue being Zoom, and still being able to put it out on YouTube as we get more and more stuff, more and more things together. So anyway, so I want to thank everyone. June, are we good? Thank you, June, for coming in, helping out.
Thank you for
And
having me, honey.
you're
I've been
welcome.
happy. Big hugs to everybody here tonight. Thank you.
Yep, and there's Sylvester's right here, gonna say goodbye to everybody, all right? And he'll be here again, I'm sure, because he's a highlight, and people up. We had enough. So
Wish you all a good night.
You
Great show.
and bless everybody. Have a great night, and be aware of Halloween coming in. Send some good thought to the animals,
Yes.
okay? And that they all be safe and protected. That all animals have a high sense of intuition, and hopefully that if they do get in a situation, that they can use their intuition to get out of it. Okay. Thank you, Cindy, for joining us. Lori, Judy, TJ, June, Donald. It's been wonderful. See you next week. And just for heads up too, there will be a time change coming up. All right. I believe November 7th will be a time change. So it won't, I'd have to double check. Might be the next, I've lost track of how it falls in the week. But I am broadcasting from Sedona, Arizona. We do not follow time changes.
It's November 7th.
Thank you. Okay. But here we do not follow time changes. So when it comes, all of you will need to double check your time. When I post, I will do my best to mention that. So it'll be 2 hours. Okay. Right now I'm 3 hours difference between many of you on the East Coast. And come time change, it'll be 2. So instead of you listening to the show at 8, it'll be 7 o'clock. Okay. Or instead of 7 o'clock, it'll be 6 o'clock, depending upon the time zone you're in. Okay. So thank you all. Big hugs to all of you. Lots of love, and keep up all the wonderful good work that you're all doing, because I know a lot of you are doing some things behind the scenes. whether you're sending prayer to other people, whether you're sending prayer to the planet, prayer to the animal kingdom, it's all there. I can sense it, and I want to acknowledge you all. Somebody's squealing on you up there, just like the animals do squeal on us, don't they, June, huh? They all like to talk.
Yes, they do. By the way, I forgot to mention that this is in regards to TJ. TJ, while this show has been airing, I put out 2 or 3 messages for Avery. Does anybody have an animal named Avery? And I did get a pic, and somebody picked up on that, so I'm reading it now. And I'll let you know in your text.
Okay.
Awesome, great. Thanks, June. That's wonderful to close on. All right. Have a great week, everybody. Be safe and enjoy. Bless you.
Good night, everybody.
See you next
Thank
week.
you. Good
Night.
night.